If anyone had told Kunle that his wedding night would end in silence and fear, he would have laughed and called it a bad joke. The room was soft with candlelight. Music played low in the background. His bride sat beside him on the bed, glowing in white, calm, beautiful, untouched by stress. Kunle smiled and leaned closer. "Tonight is ours," he whispered. He stood up, took one step, then another. His foot caught the edge of the rug. The fall happened fast, too fast. A sharp sound. His body hit the floor. For a few long seconds, nothing moved. "Kunle!" She dropped beside him, shaking, calling his name, her voice breaking. Slowly, he opened his eyes. The room spun, the music felt far away. Then he looked up at her, and something in his face changed. His breath caught. His eyes searched her face, confused, afraid. "Ifeoma," he whispered, "what happened to you?" Hold that moment, because to understand why Kunle asked that question, you need to know the one rule Ifeoma never broke. No one ever saw her real face. Before that wedding night, Ifeoma was known in Obanla as the woman who never grew old. People said it jokingly at first. That auntie, she has been fine since forever. Men stared when she walked past. Women secretly screenshotted her pictures to show their makeup artists. On Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp status, her skin always looked like glass. No spots, no wrinkles, no sign of age. But Ifeoma had one rule that nobody could cross. No one, and I mean no one, could see her bare face. Not neighbor, not friend, not even family. If you visited her house unexpectedly, you would wait at the gate until she quickly fixed herself. She wore makeup to the market. She wore makeup on night bus trips. She wore makeup even to sleep. Her dressing table looked like a small shop. Bottles, tubes, powders, creams, arranged in a straight line like soldiers ready for war. Every morning, every night, she sat in front of the mirror, doing the same routine she had mastered for more than 30 years. She did not just paint her face, she built a mask. Men came, many tried. One took her to a restaurant in town. That night, she pretended to be tired and fell asleep on the couch with her full makeup on. The next morning, he laughed and said, you women and this paint. One day I just want to see the real you. She smiled, but inside she closed the door. That was the last time she picked his call. Another invited her to the beach in a nearby town. She shook her head. "I do not like water." He laughed and tried to drag her jokingly toward the waves. "You women, you will not die if small water touches your face." That was the last message from him she ever answered. Anytime a man said, "Let me see you without makeup," something inside her panicked. She would disappear, block, vanish. To people outside, she looked proud, too obsessed with beauty. But to Ifeoma, that makeup was not just beauty. It was protection. It was her secret. It was the only thing standing between her and a truth she was too afraid to face. And that truth started many years ago. Long before Obanla started calling her ageless, Ifeoma was like every other woman trying to find love and stability. At 35, she was engaged to a man named Sola, a civil engineer. They had done introduction, both families had met, Asoebi was already in the market. Then one day, he called her to a small restaurant. He could not look into her eyes properly. "Ifeoma," he said, "I know you respect me, but there is someone else now. She's younger. We connect differently. I'm sorry." That word, younger, got deeper than any insult. Younger. From that day, something shifted inside her. She watched Sola marry the younger girl. She watched pictures of their honeymoon. She saw people praising the bride. So fresh, so young, so beautiful. Meanwhile, Auntie started telling her the usual lines. "You know men now, they like younger me too. Better take care of yourself, you are not getting younger, or better hurry before they start calling you auntie in the marriage market. One night, after crying in her small room in Odogba area, she went to a popular salon where women were always gossiping and doing their hair. That was where she met Auntie Binta. Auntie Binta was a loud woman with sharp nails and too much perfume. She had connections with people selling different creams. She looked at her tears, at her puffy eyes, and smiled like someone who just saw business. Fine girl like you, why are you crying? Man left you? Forget them. They always come back when you glow up. She opened a drawer and brought out a small tube and a jar. This one, if you use it, your face will be like baby. No wrinkle, no stress, no age. Just apply morning and night. Within 1 month, all your mates will be asking for your secret. Ifeoma wiped her tears. Are you sure? Do I look like I'm joking? Look at my face. Her face was indeed smooth, but what Ifeoma did not know was that heavy filters and ring lights were doing half of the work, and that the cream in her hand was a strong steroid mixed with bleaching agents, the type that eats the skin slowly.
The price was high, but pain is a very powerful customer. She bought it. At first, it felt like magic. Within weeks, her spots faded, her skin tone became even, makeup sat perfectly, and people started complimenting her. Wow, have you been resting? You look younger. Glow up queen. Every comment became fuel. So when the label said use for 2 weeks only, she ignored it. 2 weeks became 2 months. 2 months became 2 years. 2 years became 10. Anytime one container finished, she found another dealer who had something stronger. She mixed creams, layered serums, slept with product on her face. The first warning came from her mirror. One morning she woke up, washed her face quickly before reapplying her products, and for a short second she saw it. Her skin without makeup looked too thin, like paper. You could almost see tiny veins. When she frowned a little, the lines stayed longer than normal. She ran away from the mirror and covered everything with foundation. The second warning came from a doctor. She went to a dermatologist once when her face started itching and turning red in patches. The doctor checked her skin and asked, "What exactly have you been using on your face?" She laughed it off. "Just normal cream, doctor." The doctor sighed. "Your skin is thinning. This is what we call steroid damaged face. If you do not stop, one day your skin will not be able to support you again. It will age faster than your real age, and small injury can become big problem." She smiled, thanked him and left. But at home, she looked at her dressing table, looked at the products and whispered, "Without you, who will love me?" So she continued, and slowly, year after year, something strange happened. Her body aged like a normal woman. Small waist became wider, knees complained, sleep got shorter. But her face, under all the layers, was suffering in silence. By the time she was 60, she still posted like a 32-year-old. Men in their 30s and 40s chased her. She tested them, dated some, blocked most. But her fear grew with every birthday. What if one day somebody sees me as I really am? Then came Kunle. Kunle was different from the small boys in her DM. He was 42, calm, and not in a hurry. He worked as an accountant in a microfinance bank and had his own small house in Obanla estate. They met at a friend's naming ceremony. He did not start with the usual lines. He simply said, "You look peaceful. I like that." They started talking. He did not ask for pictures without makeup. He did not drag her to the beach or swimming pool. He liked quiet dates, evening walks, and simple restaurants where they could talk. For the first time in a long time, Ifeoma felt safe. He asked about her job, her dreams, her fears. He knew she ran a small online store selling accessories and cosmetics. He supported her, helped her check accounts sometimes, teased her in a gentle way. One day he asked, "By the way, how old are you?" She swallowed. "What do you think?" He laughed. "You look late 20s, early 30s, maybe 29. Her heart jumped. every lie starts from one small decision. She smiled and said, "Yes, 29. Inside, a voice whispered, "But you are 62. So from that day, the lie grew legs. She adjusted her stories, cut out some parts of her past, removed timelines. Anytime age came up, she joked her way out of it. Kule never pushed. In his mind, he was thanking God. Wow, 42 marrying 29. God has favored me. After about a year, he proposed. There, in front of a small crowd of friends in a restaurant, he knelt down and said, "Ifeoma, you are my peace. Marry me." She said yes. People clapped, cameras flashed, and one more secret was added to her bag. No one, not even Kunle, knew she had been using strong creams for almost 30 years. No one knew what her bare face really looked like now. Not even she herself looked at it for too long. The wedding day came with joy. Music, laughter, family dancing, asoebi everywhere. Her makeup artist really tried that day. Layers upon layers, contour, highlights, setting spray, everything. Under the hall lights, she looked perfect. But here's the thing about masks that are built on lies that never last forever. Back to the hotel room. Kunle lay on the floor, bleeding slightly from the back of his head. Ifeoma was on her knees beside him, screaming his name. "Kunle, please open your eyes, I beg you." Her tears flowed without control. She pressed her hand on his head, tried to shake him gently, her whole body shaking. The more she cried, the more the makeup melted. The carefully drawn eyebrows began to fade. Foundation mixed with sweat and tears running down in small brown rivers. Kunle groaned and slowly opened his eyes. For a moment he was confused, dizzy, trying to make sense of where he was. Then he looked at the face hovering over him. His brain could not connect it. The woman he married some hours ago had a smooth, youthful face. This one had deep lines around the mouth. The skin near the eyes was loose and wrinkled. There were red patches, tiny veins, and parts that looked almost bruised. Her neck, where the makeup had shifted, showed sagging skin that did not match the picture in his mind. He gasped and pulled back slightly. "Ifeoma, what happened to your face?" The words stabbed her. She touched her cheek and felt it. Not the sleek smoothness of good foundation, but fragile, thin skin, rough on some parts, too soft in others. For the first time in years, she was looking at him with almost her real face. She turned away, covering herself with her hands. "Please do not look at me. It is still me. I am still me." Kule struggled to sit up, head spinning. "How old are you really?" he whispered.
Silence. His question floated in the air like smoke. She did not answer. She just cried harder. When the bleeding did not stop, they called the hotel staff and he was rushed to the hospital. Ifeoma followed, tying wrapper carelessly around her wedding dress, face half wiped, half painted. Under the harsh hospital light, there was nowhere to hide. The nurse looked from his file to hers and raised a brow. "Madam, your date of birth here says 1961. That means you are 64. Kunle had it. His eyes slowly turned to her. Everything inside him went cold. "You told me 29, he said quietly. Her lips shook. "I was afraid," she whispered. "If I told you the truth, you would leave, just like the others." Later that night, when Kole was more stable, the doctor called them into a small office. He looked serious. "Madam, I need to be honest with you. Your facial skin is very damaged. All these years of using strong steroid creams and bleaching products have thinned your skin. That is why when you cry or sweat, the makeup does not just shift, it exposes everything. If you continue like this, small injury can become big wound. Infection can even reach your blood." Kole listened quietly. The doctor continued. "You are not the only one. Many women are going through this silently because of pressure to look young. But hiding it from your partner, that one is another problem." They left the office and silence followed them back to the ward corridor. Ifeoma sat at the edge of the visitor's chair, hands shaking. "Kunle," she started, I know you are angry. I know I lied. But please, try to understand my fear. At 35, my fiancé left me for a younger woman. Everyone mocked me. Aunties counted my age like money. That cream, that makeup, the likes and comments online, they became my protection. She looked at her own hands like she did not recognize them. Every time somebody said, "You look so young," I felt safe. I felt like time could not touch me. I did not realize I was losing myself. Her voice dropped. "When you came, I wanted to tell you, many times, but every time I imagined your face changing, I swallowed the truth." Kunle closed his eyes. "I did not just lose the face I knew," he said quietly. "I lost the trust." He was not shouting. That made it worse. "You could have told me 64. I might still have loved you, or maybe not, but at least I would know the truth I am choosing." She covered her face and sobbed. "I thought nobody would ever choose me if they saw the real me. I did not know that hiding was worse." Days passed. Kunle recovered physically, but something between them had cracked. Their families got involved, arguments started, blame went round. Some said, "It is just age now, let him forgive." Others said, "She lied about something so big, how will he trust her again?" In the middle of all the voices, one thing was clear. Ifeoma's mask had finally fallen, and it took her peace with it. She later agreed to therapy and treatment for her skin, but the damage, both outside and inside, would take years to heal. Kunle did not divorce her immediately. Life is not always black and white. But their marriage started with a wound that was not easy to close, and that is the heart of this story. In a world where everyone is chasing perfect skin, perfect body, perfect online image, it is easy to forget that lies are heavier than wrinkles. You can hide your real age from people, but you cannot hide it from time. You can hide your real face from the mirror, but not forever from the person who sleeps beside you. Not every cream is care. Some are quiet poison. Not every compliment is love. Some are just reaction to the mask you are wearing. Because the real lesson here is not just about makeup or cream. It's about fear, insecurity, and the dangerous things we do just because we are afraid of being rejected. Sometimes the most beautiful thing you can offer someone is not a perfect face, but an honest one. If this story touched you, do not just scroll away. Please subscribe to my channel for more beautiful stories, like and share. So tell me in the comments, do you think Kunle should forgive Ifeoma fully or walk away?